How you doing, guys? Koji here, traincomplete.com. Just want to make a quick video and share you some exercises what I want you to do every day. The reason behind this is because we spend so much time in one position that some certain muscles get tight and other muscles get neglected. So let's say we are just typing on a computer all day, and then we go to the gym or we're staying at home and we do our workouts, and then we get and do some push-ups and pushing workouts to make those muscles are even tighter, which is already tight in being in the same position all day. And then we do some extra workout in this to make them even tighter, because it's gonna cause some rounded shoulders, and then we just don't do enough pulling exercises, or we don't stretch our body to go back into a normal stage. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you some exercises where you can strengthen the opposite muscles in your back, and especially around the shoulders and the hip. I'm gonna focus on today. You can do this in the morning, or you can do this before your workout. You just have to go through them first and see which one is, because your restriction, it's all good and you can do all the exercises I'm gonna show you. Then you find you just have to do them either in the morning, before bed, or before your workout. But if you feel some restriction and you cannot do the movement, or even give you pain, then you need to spend more time on it, or you have to do them more often, because the exercises is just 1 minute. I want you to do them like maybe once every hour, so let's say 8 to 10 times a day, until you can go into the position and you can do the movement without pain and in full range of motion. The exercises are super easy. As I said, it's just 1 minute each. The whole thing is not going to take more than 5 minutes. Again, go through, see which one is easy and which one is difficult. If something is not easy or give you even pain, then you need to do them more often. So maybe you do them morning, lunchtime, and before bed, or as I said, 10 times a day, because these muscles get tired easily because they stabilize the muscles, so you cannot train them for long. So 1 minute on them is plenty, but if you have restriction, you need to do them more often. Let's jump into it. Okay, the first exercise we're gonna do is wall angel. So what you wanna do is find a wall, sit to the wall. You can bend your knee like I do it here, just to make it easier. Put your butt to the wall first, then your lower back, then your upper back, then your head, then your shoulder, your elbow, and then you try to put your wrist to the wall without moving your lower back or trying to compensate. If it's easy, you can do the angel, so you're gonna reach up as high as you can, and then just like you would do snow angel on the snow, you could do the same movement but on the wall. If that's too difficult, just do the previous one. Just do the one where you trying to put your arms up, so it should be a 5 point of contact. But if you cannot do that, then it's fine. You just try to aim to touch the wall, and you're gonna do this. If you cannot touch the wall with your wrist, then you have to do this more often. So do it at least 3 times a day, but as many times as possible. Just do 1 minute in this, 10 reaches, and you'll be fine. The next one you're gonna do is a reverse fly. So we're gonna work on your weaknesses, which is your the rear delt, so the back of your shoulder, the upper back. This exercise is going to strengthen it, so you're going to be better in wall angels, and it's going to help to relieve the pain on the shoulders. So what you're doing here is you're going to lay down, try to find a sliding surface, and you try to push your body up as high as possible, but don't sit up with your abs. I want you to push yourself up with your elbows first if you can, and if it's too easy, you can use it just your fist and keep your arm straight. So you should feel this right around your the back of your shoulder, right around your traps and your rear delt, so upper back. So this exercise is gonna strengthen the rear delt, what you need to get you back into nice and straight posture. Next exercise, we're gonna move down to the hip. So what you can do in the hip is go lay down on your side, and you want to extend your legs, and you want to keep them around 20 centimeters apart, and then you cannot go closer than that with your 2 feet. So you just want to raise your leg 7 times. The reason why we call it 21 is because you're going to do 7 in 3 positions. So you're going to do 7 straight up. Then you're going to move your your leg forward as much as you can, but don't cheat, keep your body straight, and do 7 again. Again, you cannot go lower than 20 centimeters between your two legs. And then you're gonna do 7 raises in the front, and then what you're gonna do is keep it the 20 centimeters apart, and you're gonna move it back and forth, and try to not drop your leg, just keep it in the same plane of motion. Once you're done with the 21, you can turn around, do the same on the other side. If you find one side is stronger than another, then it's normal. You just spend more time on the weaker side. From here, we're gonna do almost like a clamshell, but we're gonna do an internal, basically this is an internal external rotation on the hips. So one leg on the top is external rotating, the other one is internal rotating. And then we're gonna do 10 on one side, and then we're gonna do a switch. You can do 10 on the other. Again, if it feels too difficult, you need to spend more time on this. You try to aim to pull your heel to the knee. So you have to move both legs. You have to squeeze your butt cheek together, and you should bring your legs in and out, internal, external. So it's gonna bring your legs together. And the next exercise is a glute activation. You're gonna squeeze your butt cheek as hard as you can to try to lift your leg up 10-20 times on one leg and then 20 times on the other. So you have to go down into this kneeling position, and then you extend one leg back while your arms is staying on your forearm. You can flex your toes forward, and it's gonna give you a little more mobility to move your glutes, move your other leg as high as you can. You cannot go forward, so you have to stay on your heel, sit down and stay there. The other exercise is gonna be an adductor activation. It's easy. You're gonna go back in a side position, cross your leg on the front, top leg front of you. You can hold it as an anchor, and you're gonna just up and down, not back and forth. Make sure you go up and down. Let's say you can do 20 reps on one side, 20 on the other. If you feel your inner thigh is cramping, it means the inner thigh muscles are weak, so you have to work on this a little extra. Okay, this is a seated leg raise. It's very simple, but it can go wrong easily. So the first thing you have to do is sit straight as much as you can, bring your chest out. Sometimes you find it difficult to raise the leg from this position, so you can use a wall to sit to the wall, and then it's gonna help you to keep your posture nice and straight. If it's too hard, you can get away from the wall a little bit, so lean back. This will give you more space around your hip, so you can move your leg a little bit more freely, but try to keep a straight posture all the time. You're gonna do 10 on one leg and then 10 on the other. If it's too difficult or your leg is cramping, then you have to spend again more time on this. Okay, last exercise is a prone arm raise, back in the same position, kneeling on the forearms, and then we're gonna lift one arm up, let's say 10 times, and then you can do 10 on the other. I like to keep my thumb up, and I aim to bring my thumb up to the ceiling. You can notice if one of your shoulder is more flexible than the other, then again, spend more time on that. But this is a great exercise to activate and strengthen the rear delt and mobility, give more mobility on the shoulder. You can also do this together with the leg raise we did. So it's called like a bird dog. So you go into this position and you lift your arm and the opposite leg in the same time, but keep your butt on the heel and keep your upper body on the forearm. And this is it. These are 8 exercises I want you to do every day, and you will see big increase in your performance, big step towards to avoid injuries. Hey, I hope this video was helpful. If you have any other moves where we can add it to the list, then leave it in the comment section. I'll catch you in the next one. Train complete. Train complete.